Hey Austin, so here she is. Just do a quick walk around for you. We've got some holes in the bumper somebody put at some point for fog lights, it looks like. Here's the spot on the fender where I sanded it down, and that's Rust-Oleum silver on there, but you can't really notice. And here's the back. Oh yeah, let me show you that area. So here's a gas cap. You can see paint's bubbled over, bubbled up on here, and you can see it kind of where the molding was on here. It kind of ran like underneath or on top of the molding, and the damage extends to right about up here, almost to the door actually. But it's just paint damage. There is a little bit of rust here where the paint bubbled so bad that it flaked off completely. It's still flaking off. Here's the cracks, which I believe is from Bondo. I'm not an expert on this stuff, but it looks like what I think are Bondo cracks. Let's see, I don't know if the camera will pick up anything in there, but everything looks good. I mean, it looks like a legitimate, repair job. I don't see any piles of Bondo or anything else that looks fishy. This is me, by the way. I'm Carl. Hello. See, and then in here, I can't quite get the carpet, the side carpet, pulled out enough, but you can see here's the interior. Are we going to be able to see that? Here we go. Here's the side panel here. Here's the back side of it. That's the back end. That's behind the filler cap. Can't really see much. Here's a speaker wire. There's a turn signal bulb. I mean, I try to look in there. There's nothing. Everything feels normal. So I don't know what they did or how exactly they fixed it, but age has gotten the best of it. It seems like. I mean, if you like, I can. Probably this weekend, or I can remove this, let me show you, the side tray here, and I think that'll let me pull back this carpet, but it seems either glued down or it's just pinched up. It doesn't want to come down, so I can't see behind here. Yeah, so that's that. You put the back seat back in place, hang it back up. The trunk. I made this board here. It's just it's not wood or anything. It's just a real thick cardboard kind of stuff. Otherwise, you just have this fabric here that rests on top of the spare tire, and it makes it kind of awkward when you're loading stuff back here. Here's the interior. Typical split on the driver's seat. Passenger seat's really nice. It's got a little bit of tiny wear on the bolster there, and then this piece of fabric starting to lift up. Otherwise good shape, just could be sewn back in. Back seat's great. Let me get you a better view. Back seat comes out pretty easily too if you want to turn it into a cargo hauler. I had it out for most of the time that I had it, but I got tired of having to keep the back seat in the garage, so I just threw it back in. I looked, and you're right. This did have a rear wiper at some point. You can see there where it shows pushing it forward for rear wiper, but the hatch was replaced, it seems. So no more. Oh, let me look for that. I didn't see the. They must have taken out the reservoir when they did it too. I'm guessing maybe that's where it went. Let's see. I don't know. I don't see where the wiring would have been. Maybe that's it. Possibly. Oh, look. That's where your washer fluid line was. Okay. Well, so that empties that. They just yanked it out when they replaced the hatch. Okay, so let me start it up. It's been about 2 weeks since it started, but I'm guessing it's gonna fire right up at, like, you know, one turn of the engine. It's the only car I've ever had that's done this. It just loves to start. But so you see, it started, no hesitation. It sometimes idles a little funny, but less so when it's warm. When it's, you know, it's nice 70 degree out, you know, 70 degree day out right now. The car really likes that. Pop the hood. Sorry for the shaky video. This is running, idling good. There was an AC compressor. I think, yeah, alternator has been moved. It was farther forward and down with the AC compressor in there, but I had to move it up here and get a different belt for it. Custom alternator mount here that a buddy and I fabbed up. I don't know if you can see it, but it's, you know, square stock and some sheet welded together. Been going great for 2 years. New alternator, not alternator, distributor cap, wires. Rev it a little bit. So you kind of stumble a little bit after you let off the throttle. But runs great. Exhaust. It's not the factory exhaust, which is probably part of the reason why it hangs down. Let me show you that. Yeah, there it is right there. And I don't even see where there are any provisions on this pipe for a hanger. So it might be the problem is whoever replaced this exhaust or worked on it didn't quite do it right. It looks like the welds there are kind of boogery. So I mean, what I've always wanted to do, and would be your best bet, is just take it to an exhaust place, and for, you know, probably 100, 150 bucks, so just run up a new pipe, mandrel bent. That's a high flow cat on there. Not California legal, but it passes smog. I think it's a 2-inch cat, so you can run 2-inch pipe if you want a little upgrade. Tires. This one's the front kind of wear down. You see on the shoulder here. These tires, cheap tires, they don't like aggressive driving. The cornering wears out the outside shoulder pretty easily. Inside too, actually. Rears are good. So I should probably just. I can rotate the tires for you. This one, same deal in the front. And this rear is good. What else? It's kind of. So the tack, I think I mentioned that in the ad. The tack doesn't. Tack is intermittent. Right now, it doesn't want to work. 186,000. Okay, in the gas gauge right now, the tank is almost empty. The gauge is not accurate, and that's merely because of the sender in the tank. It's a float on an arm, and that arm needs to be bent. When I got the car, it read too low all the time, and half the time it was always empty, reported empty. And I bent it, trying to compensate, and I bent it too far. So now the lowest it'll go is half a tank. So instead, I go by the trip odometer, which right now is 202 miles. And this car has a 10-gallon tank, about 25 miles per gallon, give or take. So right when it hit 200 on the trip is when I fill it up. That's just kind of what I go by. Floorboards are good. These gauges work. You need your oil temp, your clock, which is dead accurate, and volts. Turn on headlights, see the volts drop down, turn wipers on, turn it on, and door panels are good. Headliner is sagging. It's got all these push pins in place to keep it in place. It's got a nice late 80s era period correct Kenwood cassette pull out deck. Pretty fancy stuff back then. And so that's about it. If you have any questions, give me a call. Talk to you later.